Welcome to Morning Joan, the only podcast where we dish out the latest scoop and serve it up with a side of sass. I'm your host, Joan, and we're thrilled to have you joining us today. Grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's dive into our first segment. You know, being in the music industry can be tough, especially when it comes to touring. With inflation on the rise, gas prices skyrocketing, and hotels costing an arm and a leg, it's getting harder for artists to make a go of it. But as we all know, the show must go on. And that's exactly what the talented trio mssv is doing. For those who may not know, mssv consists of Mike Watt, Mike Baggetta, and Stephen Hodges. These guys are no strangers to the music scene, and they're currently in the midst of a 52-show tour. Yes, you heard that right. 52 shows in 52 nights. Talk about dedication. Now I know what you're thinking. How on earth are they managing to make it work? Well, let me tell you, it's all about applying that classic DIY approach. Mike Watt, a seasoned pro with 72 tours under his belt, has learned from the best, namely Black Flag, who were known for their grueling 100-gig tours. Mike Baggetta, the mastermind behind mssv, has taken a page out of Watt's book and booked the entire tour himself. And let me tell you, it's not all glamour and glory. These guys are doing it the old-fashioned way. No fancy hotels, no buses, no entourage. Just them, their music, and a whole lot of hard work. But the result is well worth it. Their latest album, On and On, is a testament to their talent and perseverance. And, fun fact, the vinyl edition offers a completely different listening experience than the streaming version. It's like they're making a statement about the importance of sitting down and truly listening to music, rather than just shuffling through songs on your phone. We had a chance to catch up with the guys and talk about their tour, their music, and what inspires them. And, trust me, you won't want to miss it. From Mike Baggetta's operatic influences to Mike Watt's DIY ethos, we're diving into it all. So, stay tuned, folks. We've got a fantastic conversation lined up for you, and we'll be sharing more of the tea on mssv's incredible journey. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan. I hope you're all doing fantastically well today. We've got a great show lined up for you, and I'm excited to dive into our middle segment. Now let's talk about something that's been making waves in the entertainment industry, the live-action remake of the beloved Disney classic, Lilo and Stitch. As you may know, the original film was released back in 2002, and became an instant hit with its unique blend of humor, heart, and stunning animation. The story follows a young Hawaiian girl named Lilo, who adopts a dog-like alien named Stitch, and together they learn about the importance of family and belonging. The live-action remake boasts an impressive cast, including Maia Kealoha as Lilo, Chris Sanders reprising his role as the voice of Stitch, and Sydney Elizebeth Agudong as Nani, Lilo's older sister. The film also features Zach Galifianakis as Jumba Jookiba, the mad scientist who created Stitch, and Billy Magnussen as Agent Pleakley, a bumbling alien expert. One of the most interesting aspects of this remake is how it stays true to the spirit of the original while still offering something new and fresh. The cast brings their own unique energy to their roles, and the film's stunning visuals and action-packed sequences are sure to delight both old and new fans of the franchise. But what really sets this remake apart is its thoughtful exploration of themes such as family, identity, and community. The film tackles complex issues like social isolation, cultural heritage, and the importance of finding one's place in the world. It's a truly heartfelt and entertaining ride that's perfect for audiences of all ages. And speaking of entertainment, have you heard about the record-breaking box office haul of the recent Memorial Day weekend? It seems that Lilo and Stitch is just one part of a larger trend of successful remakes and sequels that are drawing in huge crowds. We'll be discussing more about this phenomenon later in the show, but for now, let's just say that it's an exciting time to be a movie fan. Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, darlings. We've got a fascinating story to wrap up the show today. You know I love diving into the world of entertainment, and this one's a real treat. So grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's dive in. You might remember the beloved character Pee-wee Herman from back in the day, Well, the man behind the iconic persona, Paul Rubens, has been the subject of a new documentary called Pee-wee as himself. And honey, it's a wild ride. The film's director, Matt Wolf, had a chance to sit down with Rubens for an epic 40-hour interview. But here's the thing, they didn't exactly see eye to eye on how the story should be told. It took them nearly a year to get back on track, and just when they were about to finish the project, Rubens passed away. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a recipe for disaster. But Wolf was determined to tell Rubens' story, and he did it with class and respect. The documentary explores Rubens' life, his struggles, and his triumphs as an artist. And let me tell you, it's a story of resilience. Rubens, as you may recall, faced a very public scandal in 1991, when he was arrested for indecent exposure. But instead of letting that define him, he continued to create and push boundaries as an artist. Wolf wants us to remember Rubens not just as the guy behind Pee-wee, but as a true original who left his mark on pop culture. The documentary is now streaming on HBO Max, and I highly recommend it. It's a must-see for anyone who grew up with Pee-wee or is simply fascinated by the world of performance art. So, there you have it, folks. A story of creativity, perseverance, and the power of art to transform us. And that's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay fabulous.